What do I care about death in the cause of the redemption of Africa? I could die anywhere in the cause of liberty. A real man dies but once. A coward dies 1,000 times before his real death. So we want you to realize that life is not worth its salt except you can live it for some purpose. And the noblest purpose for which to live is the emancipation of a race and the emancipation of posterity. Marcus Garvey. History records that slaves, by virtue of their experiences and the knowledge gained in captivity in strange lands, have eventually become masters of themselves and in time enslaved others. Let us, therefore, use adversity as others have done. Take advantage of every opportunity. Where there is none, make it for yourself, and let history record that as we toiled laboriously and courageously, we worked to live gloriously. Marcus Garvey. Marcus Mosiah Garvey was born in St. Ann's Bay, Jamaica, on August 17, 1887. His childhood was deeply rooted in the peasant environment, which largely surrounded him. He once described an uncle for whom he sometimes worked as a sharecropper. His own parents also engaged in small-scale peasant farming. Garvey's was not a typical peasant experience, however. His father, a descendant of the Maroons, Jamaica's African ex-slaves who successfully defied the slave regime, was also a skilled tradesman, a stonemason. Garvey's background further distinguished him from the typical peasant in that his father possessed a library among whose volumes Garvey developed an early taste for reading. His childhood was characterized by an adequate elementary education, supplemented by private tutors and Sunday school. His leadership ability seems to have manifested itself from the very beginning, for his physical prowess gave him a position of eminence among his peers. At the age of 14, by which time he had already become apprenticed to a local printer, Garvey left school. 2 years later, he moved to Kingston, Jamaica's capital city, where he obtained work. By the time he was 18, he had achieved what he later described as an excellent position as manager of a large printing establishment. This was an outstanding achievement, making Garvey the youngest foreman printer in Kingston, and at a time when many foremen were still being imported from Great Britain and Canada. Participation in a strike, during which he consented to lead the workers despite assurances of favor from management, cost him his job.